I am Thoth, the ever-seeing, the hand that remembers. Before gods rose I was. After stars fall I remain. I do not shape the tale. I etch it into the bones of time. From the first word to the final silence, I bear witness. So listen well, seeker of truths, for this is not the beginning. It is the recalling. The hallway moved when Blink didn't. That's how she knew it wasn't real. Barefoot, silent, she walked the same stretch again, 12 steps to the flickering light, then back. Her fingertips grazed the wall, feeling not paint or stone, but memory. Half of her couldn't remember why she was walking. The other half didn't care. The place was a loop, endless. The same door passed again and again like a bad thought. Sometimes the light changed, and sometimes the hum of nothingness got louder, like a warning. Other times the ceiling bent a little, or the walls narrowed just enough for her to notice. She had no name, not really. But when she stopped walking once, just once, the whole world blinked. The hallway flashed with 1,000 versions of itself. Her reflection appeared in a cracked mirror that hadn't been there before, staring back at her. She blinked, and that's what the place started calling her. Blink. She turned. A door that hadn't been there before was there now, a perfect wooden frame with a brass knob. Nothing else about the hallway changed, not even the hum. But the voice was clear. You're not supposed to be here, it said. Blink stepped toward it. Neither are you. She tried the knob. Locked. What's this place? She asked. A place for things not quite remembered, not quite forgotten either. She raised an eyebrow. So, limbo? Close. More like storage. Blink smirked. Creepy storage. The voice didn't laugh. The door opens when something real is remembered. What does that even mean? You'll know when it hurts. The hallway flickered again. Blink backed away from the door, walking the stretch once more. 12 steps. Light flicker. Wall hum. A loop that was never quite the same twice. She tried remembering. Names, nothing, a place. Just fog. Feeling static in her chest. But then, in the middle of the hallway, she saw something new, etched faintly into the tile. A child's drawing. A tall woman holding a spark in her hand, a smaller figure next to her. The lines were crude, but they pulsed with a kind of warmth. I had a mother, she whispered. The door behind her creaked open. Inside was a room of fragments. A broken pendant, a worn notebook, shoes too small for her, a photograph with its edges burned away, only the faint outline of two shadows left in the center. Who am I? No answer, just the room breathing around her. She stepped inside. Every fragment seemed to recognize her, like magnets. The pendant pulsed in her hand. The notebook flipped open to a page written in a language she felt more than read. The photo? The burned shadow suddenly fit the angle of her own frame when she turned. The room began to collapse, but not just more like exhaling. The walls thinned. The light softened. Her body shimmered. Half here, half somewhere else. Then silence. She woke in rain. Cold, honest rain, the kind that smelled like the sky cracking open. Blink coughed as she pushed herself upright. She lay in a ruined street, slick with moss and forgotten glass, surrounded by crooked buildings whose bones had long since given up holding themselves together. Graffiti flaked from the walls in a dozen languages. This was the real world, or something like it. Her skin stung, not from the cold, from existence. Like her body was remembering how to feel again. In her pocket, the broken pendant remained. Ahead, a sign dangled from rusted chains, swinging in the wind. Sector 9, Reclamation Zone. She didn't know what it meant, but she knew the word reclamation mattered. It felt right. She walked. With every step, echoes followed. Not behind her, within her. Laughter, distant music, firelight, loss. Things she wasn't ready to name. Things she'd carry anyway. 2 blocks later, she found another person. Or something like one. He was tall, wrapped in layers of scavenged tech and cloak, holding a long pole topped with a glass orb that shimmered faintly. He turned toward her with eyes that glitched. Real, then static, then real again. You're out, he said. She didn't ask how he knew. Where is this? Edge of the known. Memory's border. We pull people out when they're ready to wake up. I wasn't asleep. He tilted his head. Then what were you? She opened her hand. The pendant glowed faintly in her palm, pulsing like a heartbeat. I was erased. The stranger nodded. Then you've got a long walk ahead of you. A name? She hesitated. Blink. Fitting. He turned and started down the street, Jelf motioning for her to follow. They passed hollow vehicles, vines tangled in metal ribs. Somewhere in the distance, a tower hummed like a tuning fork trying to find the right frequency. This world was scarred, but alive. As they walked, she caught a glimpse of herself in a cracked shop window. Her reflection didn't match the girl from the hallway. This version was older, steadier. Scar across her cheek, eyes like someone who'd seen endings. Maybe she had. Far away, in a crumbling library of the old world, a young man flipped through a forgotten journal. Dust rose from the pages like breath held too long. His fingers stopped on a name. Blink. A child's drawing fell out. A tall woman, a spark, and a small figure beside her. "Who were you?" he whispered. The candle beside him trembled. A soft voice spoke behind him. Still figuring that out.
Woo!